Alright, everybody, and we are back. We're playing some more Zelda today, and I missed a week actually, so those of you who are following week to week, and since I can see all the statistics, I know is none of you. Yeah, we missed a week last week because instead of playing this game in my usual time slot, which is last minute on a Thursday before I decide to put it up on Friday, I actually came out as trans to my parents. So, yeah, that was a big day. That was a big day. So you will forgive me if I did not upload 58 minutes of me playing a video game where I get to play the blonde boy I have always been pretending to be my entire life. Oh, that was deep. Whoop. So, we're gonna do some sneaking up to see if we can find some little fairies that fly around here. But in the meantime, I'll keep talking about my experiences being trans. Yeah, so, it was actually it came up, I didn't really plan to tell them because I haven't really figured out enough myself to really be confident in saying it super out loud. But we were watching a show on kids dressing in drag and their parents like interacting with that and stuff, and my family were very against kids being that young, and in their words it was sexualizing them by, you know, crossing a gender line. But I was trying to like talk through, you know, that it's not necessarily sexualization, it is just they are mimicking, you know, they're heroes like Lady Gaga and things like that, and they're waking up in the morning and they're not getting told by their parents, you dress like this, that, or the other. They are choosing to do that. And how, if it is seen as a political stunt, it is seen as that by adults more than kids. And the kids in all the clips were very, very happy all the time. And I was actually talking about this with friends. Like, it's a very Greta Thunberg? I can't remember her surname properly. But, you know, the one who's all over the news being incredible. And people are saying, like, oh, kids shouldn't be political. And she was saying, like, yeah, you're right, we shouldn't have to be political. But y'all made us political. By not being political and speaking up for us, we've had to do so ourselves. So, hang on. Okay, we were given this by a fella around the corner. Yeah, so I feel very much the same as like kids dressing in drag. If you're like taking it as being like a big deal, it's only a big deal because, you know, people weren't making this a regular conversation point that, you know, kids couldn't grow up and just have fun dressing in whatever clothes they want. So now, instead, a smaller amount of kids have to be more vehemently aggressive about dressing up as this and more sassy and such. And also, if you have problems with sexualizing young kids, take it out on the straight folks who have been doing beauty pageants for years, not the people who are just dressing with people in cross-gender clothes and, you know, from what the looks of it weren't even overtly sexual or rating their attractiveness or anything like that. That is very much part of a beauty pageant by literal name definition. Simple drag is more performative. It's like learning how to act and be a bit more free and not really tie yourself down to anything. So that was a super big conversation that my parents did not take away, and I also did not explain it as articulately as I could. So I feel like I am part of blame for, you know, not really being the best influence on them. So we'll save up for, we need hightail lizards and moblin guts. Moblin guts shouldn't be a hard thing. Sunset Firefly looks to be the hardest of a lot of those. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so we were talking about this, and my mum kept bringing it back to, like, how she raised kids, so I started bringing it back to, like, how I was raised, and how I would maybe like certain things to have been differently and a bit more freeing in that regard, and then it got very personal, and it got into an argument which is not unlike me and my parents, or me and my mum specifically. And yeah, we're kind of like not at each other's throats. We were more just trying to like defuse each other faster than the other could or faster than we were aggravating each other, which was that's a weird way to speak, but yeah, like we both have, I don't know. I will not go into that. That's not, I'm not focused enough to be able to talk about that kind of stuff at the moment. But basically, at the end of it, my dad was kind of sitting quiet, and whilst I was kind of like looking for an opportunity to slip out and go up to my room and just get some peace and clear my head, because it was quite heated and emotional, I see this, and fuck that, we don't have any arrows, so we have like 23, which is, in master mode, not enough. Okay, you don't have guts in you, and you're not moblins, so let's friggin' ditch. Do we want to attempt anything with those fellers? No, but we should maybe get this chest. Oh yikes, you're down here for an opal. Please don't notice me, please don't notice me. Some hardcore stealth shit, please don't notice me. Yeah, so when everything kind of settled on, my dad kind of just went like, was this you trying to tell us something? Because clearly this is like emotionally valuable to you. And, you know, I considered being like, not really, and pitching it, but I was too fed up to try and pull that shit. So I just said, yeah, I think I'm not who I've been told I was my whole life. And it's kind of like a thought that I've been having for a brief amount of time, but I've made so much progress in such a short amount of time in like my stability, my emotional connection to the real world. It's one of the things I will try not to get too sidetracked, but it's, since this is a game thing, we'll talk about the games one, at least first and foremost. But basically, I play a lot of video games, like an unhealthy amount of video games, and the closer it can be to like, oh, you just get to live a life. Fallout 4 is a good example, where it's not even like a particularly good game, but it does let you just have like a quote-unquote second life. Second Life is not a game I do play. Just want to clear that up. Yeah, so like I will get very much addicted to that kind of stuff, and would happily waste all of my time there. And that's like a lot of the things. Let's fight this guy with a spear. Where'd you go? Looks like he, oh shit. Did not hit the parachute button, and I thought there were arrows down here, and that's why I went, but looks like there's not, so fuck me. Yeah, so I play a lot of video games that can kind of like pass away my time, and that's usually where a lot of like my emotions lie, same with writing. It's why I'm like into writing more than political activism, I think, and stuff, because it is otherworldly, and I am constantly trying to escape the one I'm in. And it's not necessarily because the one I'm in is bad, don't get me wrong, it's bad. But it's never felt like, I'm very much in this line of thinking of like, oh, if it's bad, then go out and make a change. And I don't know why I'm never really focusing that much on that. And I'm thinking it's because I never really felt connected to my body, and therefore I never really connected to the world. I had my own world in my head where I was a fantasy character, and then if you gave me a world in which I could be a fantasy character, I was like, oh, hell yes, I will spend forever in here. So I always kind of like had my discomfort regarding that. Now let's just keep walking. A shooting star? That's a little further away than I would like to travel, but we'll see. No, we should be Rito villaging this shit. Why am I going on this shrine adventure? But yeah, so basically, I'm kind of figuring out that, like, my addiction to fantasy and my addiction to not this world is because, or potentially stems from my detachment from this world. And my detachment from this world is very much, oh shit. You, sir, are going to be a nightmare to fight. What are we fighting you with? Sword and shield. And the lightning one? No. Yes, lightning. And then we will... And we'll keep on him with spears. Oh, shit. Don't think we have any of those left. Oh, we do. And we've used them all. Okay. Excellent, that'll do it. That will fucking do it. Not dead yet, but he is not. Okay. No moblin guts in all of that, I don't think. But yeah, so that's one thing that is like kind of been like a realization, and if any person listening is going like, that's not really enough to call yourself trans to really question your whole life. Well, first and foremost, I questioned my whole life a lot before now, and then this has sort of made me question it with a new kind of line of thinking. I'm just going to leave those boys behind. And since doing so, I have felt immeasurably better, and also I have been having realizations like that that kind of fit and potentially don't, but they feel right. And I've been having those realizations since... Nice. I mean, fuck those guys. Since I've kind of decided, like, maybe I'm trans. I've been having realizations like that maybe 3 times a day for about 3 weeks straight. On, like, every aspect of my life growing up. And it has been nuts and bonkers, and I am exhausted all of the time, and frankly, like, very scared of a lot of things that are going on. But every time I take a step, I feel a lot better. Yeah, so I kind of came out to my parents and said nothing to that degree of articulateness. I just sort of said, like, yeah, I think I'm realizing this, and I'm starting I'm very afraid of it, but it has been good every time, and it feels right, and feels, yeah. And, so, my mother, I think, her closest experience with trans people, and this is not to blame her on any front, which she frequently thinks I am doing. I'm trying not to do that. But frequently, I think her closest relation to the trans community is through drag, which is definitely not necessarily, like, it is, drag itself is not transgender. It maybe stems from transgender, and watch Paris is Burning, if you want better ways to think about that. Okay, so we don't have anything health up, so let's just rush it. Rush it. Rush it. Rush it. Okay, so you are the next level up, which is not great news for me. Oh, yikes. Okay, come at me. Yeah, so she kind of has that as in her head of, like, the trans community is like, oh, clearly I am wanting to dress up as a woman in real. Oh boy, yeah, I thought we were out of that range. She is viewing it very much as I'm wanting to dress up as a woman, and not very like the emotional connection to the personality as well as, you know, like the creative side of things and like the expression side of things. So that's, she is very supportive of that, but I don't believe she has a full understanding of what she is supporting yet. But I believe that when she realizes it, she will be supportive of that. But my dad, on the other hand, despite having quoted Piers Morgan at me earlier that day, which, yikes. Oh boy. Oh, got in there. Okay, yeah, he... Sorry, I'm focusing. He was very supportive, actually. He was, like, queer icon level supportive of, like, the dream kind of family reaction, where it literally said the phrase, "Show us how happy you can be," which, like, might as well be a quote from, like, a... Oh, yikes. We got very lucky there. Yeah, he said the phrase, like, "show us how happy you can be," towards the end of it, as he sort of, like, realized more and more what I was talking about. And it was... trying to get that dodge down. Yeah, and it was very heartfelt in that, like, in one sentence he had managed to say that, like, hey, he saw what I was going through in my previous, like, iterations of my life, and saw, like, oh, huge mental health issues, and depression, and disconnection, and stuff like that. And saw all of that, and was pretty much just saying, like, hey, I'm aware of this. Okay, we're gonna not be in this shrine anymore. You're saying, like, I'm aware of this, and I know you've been struggling, and I've been kind of waiting for something like this to happen, and like, now is your chance to be who you are, and I don't care what form that takes. All I want to see is the happiness it brings you. So, oh, we weren't wearing the armor the rest of the time. Yeah, and it's just this one sentence that stuck out to me, but the whole time, like, we were discussing, like, you know, grandparents being aware of this kind of thing, and my mom's first reaction is, like, don't let them be aware of this, because they will tear you apart and be furious and never ever understand it, and it would not be worth it. And then my dad was like, nah, like, then he'd be hiding himself, and what's the point in that? Nothing else matters but, like, how you emotionally connect with things. So yeah, and that was, like, you know, from, like, my Northern Irish joiner father was kind of a huge thing to hear, and, like, I was in tears the whole night, because yeah, he was just this super supportive... He's not very articulate normally, and I mean, like father, like son, like father, like daughter, I guess, now. But yeah, he's not, like, overly articulate, but this instant of it, he just managed to say exactly the right thing at the right time. Just, yeah, he just sort of pieced everything together and nailed his, like, or, like, nailed, like, the understanding of it that you really want to hear from someone you love when you come out. And yeah, it was a really beautiful moment, and I can't praise him enough for being such a good dad. Yeah, that was really, really heartfelt. Yeah, so now I'm a little bit choked up currently, so I will move on to something a bit more comedic, silly. And basically, I just took my meds, so I am hoping against hope that I don't. I'm kind of taking them off schedule at the moment because I'm an nincompoop who took them way off schedule last night and had sleep troubles because of it. And I'm trying to like stagger that so I'm not like taking the full dosage twice in quick succession. Okay, let's hope we can make it across here. Looks like where you're not gonna have much trouble. Oh, our horse is long gone now, though. Never getting up here. Yeah, so yeah, it was that was good. Yeah, so I took my meds, and I've literally just taken them, which is a little bit worrying because with my medication, my one and only side effect is shits. It's shits. It's what my side effect is. I get huge quantities of the runs if I take them kind of off schedule. And originally that was like the first 2 weeks of taking them was like, yeah. The first 2 weeks of taking them was like, oh, an hour after you take these medications, you better have a toilet break scheduled because it will fire hose out of your booty. So I'm a little nervous now because it has been an hour or less than an hour since, and I'm going to be playing this for an hour, and since it's off schedule, if this one gets cut a little short, it's because you can finish that sentence yourself. Is this bad, guys? This is bad, guys. I mean, we should. Do I care? Okay, there's where we're going. Yeah, so that's something a little bit more lighthearted than my parents' reaction to me coming out as trans. I also, since doing that, have went out and bought some clothes, some female clothes, and nothing much, just what I can afford at the moment, which again is literally a single thing, or two things, I guess, like a single outfit. But the sight of me in my usual Converse, but wearing tights, like just like thick black tights and Converse look, it could bring a tear to my eye of like how long I've been wanting and like envisioning wearing stuff like this and never have so far. What is shooting at me? Not the wolves that are currently howling, that's for sure. Yeah, so that was like super cool to see myself dressed up in something I've kind of been like, it literally is a dream come true. I've dreamt about this. You need curry rice. I don't have it at the moment. You are just handsome as fuck. Excellent. Cass, what do you got for me? Aww. How did I make Cass sad? Gorgeous being. No one else? Where's Beetle? Beetle should be about. Beetle. Beetle. Hello, friend. Okay, that is weird. I mean, not, you know, mind-blowingly so. I'll get over it. I won't, it does emotionally hurt a little bit that Beetle is not here.
Hey.
Good day. Who are you? Yeah, I know. You live up here with the giant bird statues. I will do. Thank you for the invitation. I feel like I remember there's something in these, or maybe it was that I checked all of them and never found any of them, so, or anything in them. One of the two. But either way, we're checking again. Ooh, my spine is probably not in a great posture position. Okay, well, I'm in here now. Oh, yes. Give me 2 of these bad boys. I think that's what I remember there being here. Pretty important fish. Oh, cutscene everybody. Buckle up. I'll take a little sip of water, get that hydration going. My lips are chapped and I cannot have that. I want to have them all juicy. Aztecian Robo-Bird. This game's cool as shit. Okay. So hopefully we have enough money to buy some Rito armor, because that shit is dope as hell. Do we have points? Yes, we can upgrade. Stamina vessel again. Even though we probably should go hearts. Alrighty, and who is this? Seen it, I see it. Oh, you're the sun. Okay. Coolest vases in the game, most fun to break. No arrows in any of them. I need some arrows. Someone stock me up with that stuff. That's in. This looks to be general store. Does have arrows. Sorry for breaking your pots. Do you have normal arrows? Yes. All of them. Okay. I want butter, cane sugar, or anything else. I want sunshrooms. Do I want to read a diary? Oh. Thank you for that. What are you? Yeah, this is the stuff I am looking for. Well, I'm gonna need some money. Wait, this is 600, but the head is 1000? I'm not gonna need as much money as I was expecting. I'm looking to sell. Let's see what we can get. Oh, watermelon. And I am willing to sell an arm and a leg to get ease of style and fashion. Sell one of these. Some opal we can sell. Sell 2 of these. And that should hopefully be enough. Did not do the math, but I'm 100% certain. 2,150. Yeah, we're shopping. Fashion. Turn to left. Fashion. Okay, it's not as fashionable as I was hoping. Also, our other gear is better. But let's keep on the head here. Good. Yeah. But we should hopefully upgrade that. You're just a child. I shall not talk to you, child. No, I have vague memories of you maybe being a part of something. We should cook, actually. We need stuff that is hardy. We can sort. Where's our hardy salmon? Old with something else that is hardy. Well, I guess we're going to do salt and orange. I was also cooking today. I was deep frying, and despite not having a deep fryer, I was working on in a wee tall pan that we got, and I made some deep fried crispy tofu and some crispy onions, and had a really good barbecue sandwich from them. That was pretty cool. Yeah, it was pretty cool. That's the word for that. Give me something else. Hyrule herbs or something. Already salt grilled greens. There's our fish. Oh. Anything else that's just normal? Yeah, we'll throw a bit of steak on there. Yeah, that should do. Okay, throw these in there. Oh, raspberries are normal. Okay. Peppers? Peppers? Probably don't need that many of these. Cold. This is boost stamina beyond maximum limit, and I don't think stamina restoration, not maximum stamina. Try this. Here we go. Hold. Oh, hold. Press. So that's a rugby reference. If you were expecting that in this channel, good on you. You psychic. Movement speed. Should have something else that's speed, right? Else. 3 minutes of extra movement speed. It's not very useful. Have any electric speeders left? Have it with a fit. We have defense up things. We've got Razor Shroom, which is not the one before. This'll. Little bit of armor. Replenishes stamina. Hold. Something that replenishes stamina. Assume that's this. That's something else that replenishes stamina. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, that should do this for a bit. On the bottom, we don't need there. So none of these got anything in them? You just keep a bunch of empty pots all over your town? Let's get some story on the go. There. You don't look important. You... Yeah, this is the guy. That's correct. Nah, I'm the one. I'm the him. It was because of like a time gel I was put in. Gotta find Taba. Really? Not a single item in any of these pots. Are you Taba's wife? I tilt the camera towards where I need to go. Great shot. Okay. Oh, backstory with the worst champion. He also has one of the best powers, unfortunately. Flashback. Pardon me for a cough here. Look at those knees. Those bird knees. Dramatic entrance, as always.
Impressive, I know. Very few can achieve a mastery of the sky.
God,
Yet I have made an art of creating an
there are
aircraft
very...
to soar. It's considered to be quite the masterpiece of aerial techniques.
There are very few Nintendo characters that I would happily call a wank, but this fellow right here is a wank.
My ability to explore the firmament is certainly of note. But let's not, pardon me for being so blunt, let's not forget the fact that I am the most skilled archer of all the Rito. Yet despite these truths, it seems that I've been tapped to merely assist you. All because you happen to have that little darkness-sealing sword on your back. I mean, it's just asinine. Unless you think you can prove me wrong? Maybe we should just settle this one-on-one. But where? Oh, I know. How about up there? Oh, you must pardon me. I forgot you have no way of making it up to that divine beast on your own.
A dork.
Concealing the darkness.
Where's the middle finger button on this controller? I gotta flip that bird the bird. Promise this wasn't a setup for that joke. For the moment. Okay, let's go fly a kite up to the highest heights. Light range. Oh, they said No, I'm fairly certain I'm going the wrong way. I think it's... Oh, we got this thing at least. Yoop.
Mipha's grace is ready.
Mipha's grace is ready, everyone. Four. Love my little footprints. Snow is really well done in this. Wait, is it too cold for me? Oh yeah, I'm not wearing all gear anymore. Silly old me. Okay. Here are those fellers. Arctic fox, the cutest animal in this game. Oh yikes, they are coming charging for me already. Well, this is a stamina management moment if I ever heard of one. Lord almighty, but I did see truffles. And I will do a lot for some big hearty truffles. All on the line here, folks. And there was a friggin' shrine all the way back there. You'd have 100% stopped to get that. Get myself in here. Whew. Oh, my bones! Oh, my bones! My bones. What's our setup here? Path of Hidden Winds. My butt crack. My butt crack. Yikes. Oh, we took like no damage from that. That's fine. Bucks, I'll take it. Oh, yikes. That ladder. Where did that thing go? Just so we can get lifted up there? Yeah, that's the ticket. Oh, that's not the ticket right there, though. Please let me attach to this ladder. Please, sir. I want some ladder. Yikes. It's undone all my enjoyment of performing this episode so far. I'm bad at these shrines. There we go, that was pretty stylish though. Yoop. 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 In we go. Treasure chest. magnificent. Come on, give me some good weapon. Knight's bow. Probably not great. What other bows do we got, though? No, I think all our stuff is better than that. This is the only one that would be a maybe. But I like having wooden stuff around. Just for good luck. I like having wooden stuff around so you can switch to it in lightning. Okay, that shrine was a gimme. Need to crack my toe knuckles. Some tough guys crack their knuckles, but me, I go straight for the toes. Crack those bad boys, you'll impress anyone. That's an intimidation tactic right there. Have a little sip. Oh, water is weird after you've had so much fried foods. Yeah, I started playing Return of the Obra Dinn as well. And that was that's a pretty great game for anyone who's interested. Place over there. Yeah, Return of the Obra Dinn is magnificent. It's very stylish. It kind of had like jaw-dropping level of style when you first go back in time to see a dead body, and it was really, really impressive. It's got a lot of feelings similar to The Witness. That is, you know, potentially one of my favorite games. In that, like, this very much feels like a really, really well done puzzle that kind of is very interlocking and
I don't know.
like, yeah,
I'm
it's
actually pretty busy here. You should
kind of requires 100%ing it to really appreciate it. Something like that, where like you could probably get by with like a rough gist of things, but the game that's in The Witness anyways. Like you can complete The Witness for sure, but okay, you're a terrible bow. You can complete The Witness and enjoy it, but 100%ing The Witness kind of unlocks this whole new dimension to the game. Several new dimensions to the game, actually. I'm like... I should come here and talk some sense, that's right. Look, seem like an alright guy. Let's make one thing clear, I'm not going anywhere. Yep, 5 champions. Hint, hint. Oh yeah, I'm so ready. Only 5 targets. Yeah, but Obra Dinn has a lot of like stylistic elements. Stylistic elements similar to The Witness. And yeah, it is very, very thoroughly enjoyable in that regard. Wait, why can't I aim my arrow? Oh, my bow broke. Yeah, dude, that was very easy. Dope bow. Not as good as my actual bow, though, but it's still pretty cool. Okay, I think we'll call it here, and I'll actually maybe table some of the Return of the Obra Dinn talk until I've played more of it, and I will come back next week with a more review. I'm just telling you, I'm excited for it. And I'm excited to get up on that big skybird, and we'll have that as next episode. But in the meantime, thanks you all for watching, and come on back next Friday for some more Breath of the Wild. Bye!